You're listening to The Bird Bath. Welcome back to The Bird Bath. Each week we scrape the surface of the news you need to know, so let's get into it. This week, I think it's fair that people stop saying beware of dog and start being aware of other people, or more importantly, big human medicine companies entering into the veterinary world. This is kind of a trend pushing through our entire stories this week, with one exception and a spotlight on a spectacular couple companies here. But the big story that a lot of you probably have heard about is that Amazon is expanding its pet care offerings to now provide prescription pet medication on Amazon through a vet partner that many of you know, VetSource, which is a leading pet pharmacy. So people that are looking to acquire their new medications or their recurrent medications for their animals have another option besides going to the clinic using a pet-specific pharmacy like Chewy. They now can go directly onto Amazon to shop for those pet prescriptions. Anytime, the way that it works is just like shopping for any other thing that you would on Amazon. You go into your search bar, you click the search button, and you're able to make those purchases directly through the portal there. VetSource is doing the veterinary powering behind that, and they're the ones that are actually doing the fulfillment of all of these prescriptions. So much like when a veterinarian is receiving a prescription from Chewy or another large e-commerce company, they're going to be able to get those delivered directly to them. Now, one thing that is interesting, I don't know if Amazon is looking at this. I know Chewy offers their Chewy Practice Hub so that the veterinarians can reduce some of the lift that they have behind the actually fulfillment of those prescriptions, as well as sharing in some of the revenue. Right now, I don't see anything on the veterinary side, but a lot of the conversation and the press that Amazon's been putting out has been around the client side of things. So the clients being able to increase the speed and efficiency of which they're able to provide the medications that they want. So this isn't something new. This isn't something that people should be alarmed by, because if you're caught off guard by this, you haven't been paying attention. So Amazon is now fully and officially in the veterinary channel. And the question is, will we start to see One Medical veterinary clinics popping up as more of their supply chain reaches out? Now, another company that let's just talk about it like as a web of wildness here. Koala Health, which first, before I go into it, Koala has given me my favorite piece of swag ever at a conference. They gave out the greatest keychain that has big dog energy all over it. And that's the number one piece of swag I've ever used. So kudos to the Koala Health marketing team, and kudos to all of the Koala Health team for closing a $20 million Series B funding round. The interesting thing here is this round was led by Valspring Capital, and they also had some other strategic backers involved here. They say the new funding will help the company improve its mobile-first experience and scale its services for both pet owners and veterinary clinics. So if you're not familiar with Koala Health, you may be aware of a company that was acquired by Amazon, which is PillPack. I'm not saying that it's the same company, but there is a very, very large number of former pill packers that are behind and were on the founding team and run the operations for Koala Health. The form factor is very similar, and I'll name it PillPack Pet to be able to try and streamline the ideas here. But the idea is any chronic medications that you're giving your animals, you're able to order directly through Koala Health. They package them into those little pockets or those little pouches that allow you to know exactly when the right pills are going to the pet. You're just pulling out that pouch and getting them exactly what they want. Now, from their press release, they state that they have operations ready and active in all 50 states. And then this is where some of the math gets a little interesting. They aim to streamline pet prescription management for over 80 million pet parents, which is most of them in the US. And they say that they serve more than 25,000 independent veterinary clinics. I think that that's probably the number of independent veterinary clinics in the US, which is where they're serving. It actually might be more than the number of independent veterinary clinics that are in the US, if I were to look at my math a bit. But the goal here is for them to be able to reduce the amount of in-house medications and actually find a way for this to carry over here. Now, again, this is one of those ones where I need to hear more about what the revenue model is, and if this is something that is purely a value add for the pet owners, or if there is a way that the veterinarians are participating in the pharmacy revenue. Now, I guess the important factor here is that something that pet parents care about, right? Is that something that matters to people when they're trying to determine where to get their medications? I think the introduction of Amazon into the space, the growth of Koala Health, as well as many more, is probably letting you know that pet owners are looking for ease, speed, and getting the things that they want delivered in the way that they want them, independent of what makes the most sense for Dr. Johnson's clinic down the street. Now, again, as I said, Koala Health does have a ton of former pill pack folks. I was going to say people, but that's just one too many P's in the story. The other thing that was really interesting to tie all of this together with a beautiful big bow is Valspring Capital, which is the leader of this round here, also invested in some other companies you might know, Covetrus, as well as the company that Amazon just partnered with, VetSource. So kudos to Koala Health. You've got an incredible partner there with a long track record of healthcare successes, especially in the veterinary space. And so very, very interesting to see where this goes. And if you're going to be in Boston, this is probably going to be the only thing I'm going to talk to you about. How we are seeing the introduction of third-party pharmacies and pharmacy sales outside of the clinic and where that's going to be driving growth within the space. Now, to turn the ship here and hit on two wonderful veterinary companies that I'm a big fan of, and I think a lot of people that have had the opportunity to participate with them is an announcement that PetFolk has selected Radimal as their exclusive teleradiology provider for their entire national veterinary clinic network. All PetFolk clinics now use Radimal's AI to triage and assess radiographs with additional support from Radimal's team of board-certified specialists. They've worked alongside their practice management software to have a incredible, very robust custom integration that allows things to happen seamlessly and improve the PetFolk's clinical workflows. Dr. Audrey Weistrach, who's founder and CEO at PetFolk, said, "At PetFolk, delivering exceptional veterinary care demands bold innovation and the right partners. Radimal's AI-driven technology reflects our commitment to building a modern, connected ecosystem where clinical excellence is scalable, workflows are smarter, and trust is deepened at every touch point. This collaboration is part of our larger mission to redefine the standards of care for pets, their people, and the teams who serve them." So congratulations. I know this was something that the teams here worked very, very hard on. One thing that was really interesting in the press release, Alan Weissman, who's a co-founder of Radimal, highlighted that they have an average 26-minute turnaround time for their teleradiology. And in the quote here, Alan said, "Because timely, expert radiology support isn't just convenient, it's essential to delivering quality care when every minute matters." So kudos to the teams. Love seeing folks partnering up and two incredible companies working together. Finally, I'm going back to human med folks coming into the animal health space. I dropped that sort of brain dump there at the beginning about Amazon. And, if you're not familiar, Amazon owns One Medical. So they already have your medical data. They're doing telemedicine appointments. They're doing a lot of these things. Now there's a human healthcare telemedicine company that's just launched their pet channel. So RevDoc is what they call one app, whole person care. They say they're a modern healthcare app designed to make care simple, affordable, and accessible for everyone in your life. And the new line in that is including your pets. So RevDoc just launched RevPets, which is their concierge care for pets. The interesting thing here is that they offer not only telemedicine calls, they offer mobile pet appointments, 24/7 in-app messaging, and they want to make sure that people are able to experience the same care for their animals as they look to experience for themselves. It's a membership-based system that they're doing a bit of a wait list on because they don't want to overwhelm their teams, which I can appreciate. It's a $20 a month, and you get unlimited messaging with your personal vet, house calls starting at $99, video consults starting at $39, in-app pet playdate matching, so a little bit of a social network item there as well as prescription and wellness guidance. So right now, as I said, they're on a wait list, or they're starting a wait list. They're launching nationwide video consults. House calls and office visits are available in Florida, and they're coming to New York City as well as my hometown of Dallas. So maybe I will have to try this out and give you guys the first person perspective of how a human healthcare app is able to provide veterinary care. So lots of crazy things that are going on. If you're interested in any of these and you want to talk about more of them, make sure to say hello. I'm going to be in Boston this week at the Animal Health, Nutrition, and Technology Innovation put on by Casako. It's an incredible event where they talk about a lot of different things. There's investors, there's ag, there's veterinarian, there's innovation, there's all types of different things. So there's gonna be a couple great days. And then I am shooting straight up to Ithaca to go to Cornell's Savvy 2.0, which is the symposium on artificial intelligence in veterinary medicine. It's going to be a great time. If you haven't been to either of those, or if you're going to be at both of them, make sure to say hello. Always happy to meet people that listen to the show and talk more about the things you hear on this and many of the other episodes. If you're looking to hear more about this, be sure to join us by subscribing to my Substack. There's a link in the bio, and don't miss out on any episodes by subscribing and rating the show. For the Bird Bath, I'm Ryan Leach. See you next week.